Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Emmerdale fans vow to never watch again as Mackenzie killed off by John. Emmerdale viewers were left heartbroken as Mackenzie Boyd, Lawrence Robb, appeared to meet his demise in horrifying scenes. Thursday's August 21 hour-long installment began with a shell-shocked Mac in the aftermath of uncovering the reality about John Subden, Oliver Farnworth. Having accepted a ride to the railway station from the murderer, Mac came across a scrapbook containing a photograph of John alongside Ben, the individual who took Nate Robinson's, Jarrell Carter, possessions to Shetland. Mac swiftly connected the dots, understanding that John was Nate's actual murderer. However, it was already too late as they embarked on their trip. Shortly afterwards, John stopped at the roadside of a rural lane, saying his van had developed mechanical problems. Mac tried to text Robert Subden, Ryan Hawley, to confirm his hunches about John were indeed correct. Yet he was promptly cut short by John, who insisted the vehicle trouble required both their efforts, reports the Express. When John detected shifts in his demeanor, Mac pretended ignorance by saying he was suffering from a headache. However, matters became menacing when John disclosed he knew Mac had examined his scrapbook, and they now faced a predicament. "It really would have been better for everyone if you had not seen that photo, mate." "Better for you," he said. Mac insisted he wasn't frightened of John, prompting his reply. "Well, that's your second mistake, isn't it?" Desperate to gain some breathing space, Mac shoved John against his vehicle before bolting towards the woodland. This sparked an intense pursuit, with John hot on his heels armed with a bow and arrow. Eventually, Mac found refuge and attempted to ring his wife Charity Dingle, Emma Atkins. The phone slipped from his grasp as John emerged, whilst Charity left a message expressing hope for their marriage and pleading with him to return home. John's persistence ended in Mac being struck by an arrow to the chest. John found Mac in a critical state, unable to flee. He insisted he hadn't intended for events to escalate so dramatically, but felt compelled to finish Mac off as there was no possibility he wouldn't inform Aaron Dingle, Danny Miller, if he survived. As Mac pleaded for mercy, John seized a massive rock and seemingly crushed it down on his skull, apparently ending his life. Meanwhile, in the village, John made it back for his farewell gathering as Aaron bid Robert a final farewell. Outside, John cleaned the bloodstains from his vehicle before climbing into the driver's seat. Peering back at what looked like a blanket concealing Mac's corpse, John finally acknowledged his true nature. After a flashback to the brutal killing, John proclaimed, "Guess I really am the bad guy." The shocking sequences triggered outrage among audiences, with some vowing to stop watching the program altogether. One disgruntled viewer vented on social media, "I'm done. Never watching anymore after watching it all my life with my parents. OMG. If Mac's dead, that's me done. No more Emmerdale." Chimed in another, while a third echoed the sentiment. "Boring. We'll lose a lot of viewers from this, me included. I used to love Emmerdale, but take it or leave it now, shame." A fourth lamented, "So sad. Don't know if I can watch anymore." However, some fans are holding out hope that Mac isn't truly gone and is instead being held captive by John. There has to be an extended hostage-type situation in the cottage with an injured Mac and a captive Aaron. Kind of like an injured Patty and Aaron tied up to the radiator, one speculated. Another agreed, saying, "Imagine if instead of killing Mac, John keeps him hostage, and next week, Aaron finds something belonging to Mac and asks why John has it." Over on Facebook, another fan theorized, "I think it's fake. John killing him is too obvious. Reckon John has kidnapped him and taken him hostage somewhere."